I'm rolling. This is Transcendent Television. This is the Nintendo radio show. And my big question about life, in my life, I had two big questions. One was how to see people from outer space, and the other was how could I prevent nuclear war. I, as a writer, would want to have the ultimate entry, which would be a book for the Bible, and the best I could do was a chapter in how to bring the I Ching and the Bible together for a complete sense of time. It's like you're consulting a clock, the clock. Two different senses of time. One causal. First, you have to accept Jesus to be a Christian and supposedly go to heaven. And all these things, you know, there's a lot of humor in the Bible, really, if you think about it in some ways, and that's better to think about it that way. There's been proven a lot of veracity to it. The two books were written as if now we know how to write, and we can write these two books of wisdom, both from about the same era, both from two different senses of time. Causal or chance, fate or fiat. So right now, a broad mental landscape is the belief in the inevitability of war between the United States and China, Communist China in particular, as the characterization of China, which was not an aggressive nation for most of its history. So that's kind of like the difference in our situation now. Certainly post World War II, China that we have and we live with now today, that became a communist China, you know, it is more aggressive and it is more Stalinist. My Australian friend brought up something interesting to think about, was that there was a period there when the United States could have dominated the world and said, we'll have no Stalinism, or we'll bomb you, Stalin. I realized Stephen Kotkin about Stalin, and like I've always said, never believe. I don't know. Always, did I say that? I don't know about always, but for a long time I've said never believe in anything too much. That's what I believe in. Think about what you can do when you access the readings for the day. I'm an Episcopalian, so I still access the readings for the day by the spiritual seasons, same as Catholics. So I can read it. I just don't go all up with that Pope. Incredibly, I got reading 42, which is increase, and that's pretty significant. It goes on to explain public service as ethical service. It goes on to say time is short when you have a time of increase. Time of increase does not last very long. And one must think to rid themselves of their flaws. Those are aspects of the response to my question. There's a short time when we can change the perception of war between the United States and China as inevitable. If we speak of it as inevitable, then the United States should, its military leaders should be bound by their duty to defend us, to attack China and eliminate the possibility of them attacking us before they attack, before we attack them. In other words, I don't believe that it's right, if you know you're going to be attacked, to just sit there and wait for it, as FDR and the rest of them did. They were pretty damn surprised at how effective and competent Japanese generals were. And basically, the United States had its ass handed to it. A lot of people died by the sword, pain of death, really. And these are modern times. We'd rather be fried and unconscious of our deaths almost than so often beheaded, stabbed, starved. I mean, it was war. And boy, oh boy, it was not civilized. The point of our lives as humans is to create a civilization we can all enjoy, because the life of the mind is a great thing to have and value. Part of the Bible reading was, "Oh Lord, do not delay. There will be peace for those of good will." Then it goes on to have the stand-up phrase, "One does not live by bread alone." All right, so better think about it. Life of the mind is vital as bread, and this is the day we're supposed to think about it. I want all my followers to read the readings for the day, today, Sunday the 2nd, and I want all my followers to throw the I Ching and ask what they should do to prevent an inevitable war between the U.S. and China. That's what I want. You don't have to do it. But if I have any power at all, I can make the suggestion as powerfully as I can. I don't know what else to say. That's good enough.